Stay up to date with what's happening in North Central Washington. Go to the NCW Life Community Calendar at ncwlife.com.
Good Tuesday evening and welcome to the NCW Life Evening News. I'm Grant Olson and happy first day of spring. Before we get to today's top stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window, and it sure felt like spring today out there. We saw lots of sunshine throughout north central Washington. Temperatures mainly in the mid to upper 50s along with light winds. And as I mentioned, lots of sunshine. As we look down at the beautiful city of Eniat from our Waterville Sky-Fi Tower cam. But I'll tell you what, I hope you had the chance to enjoy it today because we do have some weather on the way. In fact, released late this afternoon, we are now under a flood watch for Chelan and Okanagan counties. As you can see by our graphic, we could see over a ½ inch of rain in the Wenatchee area, over 3/4 of an inch in Plain. And as you move up north, Winthrop, Omak could see an inch or more of precipitation. That flood watch is in effect from Wednesday evening through Thursday evening. Heavy rainfall and melting snow on already saturated ground could lead to significant runoff and some flooding. So we will keep an eye on that over about the next 48 hours. All the details coming up a little bit later on in your weather forecast. And now a few of the news stories we're following for you tonight. It's been 70 years since salmon were seen on the Columbia River above Grand Coulee Dam, and that might be about ready to change. And Chelan County Commissioner Keith Gaynor commented today on the emergency declaration announced last week by the Icicle-Peshastin Irrigation District. But first, we begin tonight. Bitcoin mining has been shut down in Chelan County as PUD commissioners on Monday put a stop to processing new electric service applications. PUD board members unanimously imposed the application moratorium after reviewing impacts on utility operations from existing loads and applications for service. Customer Service Engineering Supervisor Lyle Moore reported there are 19 pending applications for up to 5 megawatts each, a potential total load of about 16.3 average megawatts. There are currently 22 existing high-density loads in the county, totaling about 13.5 megawatts. Typical countywide growth in a year is about 4 megawatts.
Challenges with this high volume, it really impacts our ability to provide quality customer service. It's impacting our traditional organic load growth applications that we're seeing. Just a note of example is generally in the winter we're working on O&M and capital type work, excuse me, in the engineering department, and we have not spent a lot of time on that this year. We're processing these applications.
General Manager Steve Wright said impacts from cryptocurrency mining applications are hampering responses to the district's overall planned work and threatens the county's electric grid capacity to meet planned growth. Public health and safety concerns due to rogue operators led to the cities of Chelan and Wenatchee acting to curb operations, especially in residential neighborhoods. Chelan County Commissioner Keith Gaynor recently commented today on the emergency declaration announced last week by the Icicle-Peshastin Irrigation District. The action was taken in response to potential problems from last year's Jack Creek forest fire on 8 Mile Lake in the Alpine Lakes Wilderness. The fire-scarred land around the lake is highly vulnerable to erosion and mudslides, creating the potential for downstream flooding. Commissioner Gaynor has been involved as a member of the Icicle Working Group, a collaboration of different forest user groups to discuss water issues as they relate to the Alpine Wilderness lakes.
Been an education process because when we first started having public meetings, it was surprising how many people who felt like they were well aware of what was in the wilderness, they were unaware that these dams have been in place since the 1920s, and they far predated the wilderness designation. So, once they understood that this isn't, we're not talking about building new structures, we're just talking about repairing and maintaining what's there. Actually, what those dams have done is created the environmental experience, the wilderness experience for the people. It's maintained the water in the lakes longer into the season. I mean, typically those lakes would have been flushed out prior to putting those dams in. Those dams were built as a result of droughts in the 1920s. So in the late 20s, they had the foresight to say, if we can hold this water longer, we can have a fruitful valley, which is what that really does. It feeds 2 irrigation districts, and not only that, but then we have a greener, and we're recharging the aquifer as that water comes out slower. So I mean, there's some real benefits that I think people have not been able to really totally understand about how much of a positive impact those dams have been.
The irrigation district is currently doing an environmental assessment of the project with hopes of making the necessary repairs to that dam. Well, it's been 70 years since salmon were seen on the Columbia River above Grand Coulee Dam. Plans are moving forward to restore the run thanks to efforts by the Colville Confederated Tribes. The tribe's Director of Natural Resources, Cody DeSottle, says they plan to trap and haul the fish from the tribe's hatchery to the water above Chief Joseph and Grand Coulee Dams. The Grand Coulee Dam was built between 1933 and 1941. It effectively blocked salmon from traveling to the upper reaches of the Columbia River. But DeSottle said that could change early this fall. He said the plan hangs on one last federal permit from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife Commissioner Dave Grable is very aware of the push to restore runs above Grand Coulee and says some unique technological advancements may make what once was impossible now possible.
There's been a desire for a long time to explore the feasibility of doing just that, particularly with the Colville tribes and their confederated tribes and across border tribes. And when it first came up, I thought, well, that's kind of crazy. How are we going to get them over Grand Coulee Dam? The new technology that's out there, and it would be very interesting. I think you could just Google whoosh, W-H-O-O-S-H, whoosh system, and you'll see that there is this great new salmon gun.
It's a salmon shotgun. Yeah. Aren't they using that now on this upper Skagit?
There are places where they're actually using this. And they put salmon voluntarily from a holding pool, enter this pipe. It puts just a half a pound of pressure on them. And they've successfully gone 500 feet in elevation to move incredible. Fish upstream.
That's incredible.
And they just come flying out into the holding pond and everything's great.
Grable says it's one thing to get the adult salmon up over the dam, but it's a whole other problem to get the young smolt downstream. Construction is now in full swing on the new Hilton Garden Inn on Wenatchee's waterfront. Construction started in August and crews have been working through the winter with the goal of opening this fall. The hotel is located on 3 acres just north of Pybus Market. When completed, it will be 4 stories with a large conferencing center for events, a full-service restaurant, bar, and aquatic center. Construction also proceeds across the river in East Wenatchee at the new Marriott Fairfield Inn & Suites located next to the Wenatchee Valley Mall. Owners broke ground on the property in October, and work has been continuing through the winter. City Community Development Director Lori Barnett says the 95-room hotel is slated to open in the fall. Coming up next, following a school safety listening and learning forum at Wenatchee High School earlier this month, the Wenatchee School Board Monday night held a school safety workshop. We'll tell you about it. And a Grant County deputy charged with reckless endangerment after accidentally shooting his wife is now back on duty. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCW Life Evening News.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Hi there, my name is Patrick and I'm the branch manager here at New American Funding. Applying for a home loan is an exciting time. You may have a lot of questions about how to meet your home loan goals, the loan process, or your borrowing options. We're here to help. We do things differently here at New American Funding. Not only do we have an array of loan products and a team of specialists to support you, but we get to know you personally. We want to earn your trust and business for life. So stop by our Wenatchee or Chelan office or give us a call today.
Hi, I'm Cordell Schroeder, owner of East Wenatchee Mobile Storage.
If you're thinking about making a move anytime soon, check out the East Wenatchee Mini Storage brand new mobile storage service. They drop it off at your location, you pack it, and they pick it up and store it in their protected warehouse at East Wenatchee for as long as you need. When you're ready, they'll drop it off at your new home or office. East Wenatchee Mini Storage is excited to offer this brand new service to our region.
Call 509-884-8643 or find us on the web at ewministorage.com.
Welcome back. And in other news, following a school safety listening and learning forum at Wenatchee High School earlier this month, the Wenatchee School Board Monday night held a school safety workshop. The board listened to a presentation by Adam Bergstrom, the school district's risk management and safety director, who talked about costs associated with suggestions received at the listening forum. Some of those suggestions included metal detectors, bulletproof glass and shelters, trained dogs, electronic access doors, and additional school safety and security officers. Wenatchee Police Chief Steve Crown also attended the meeting and said additional resource officers is a vital step.
I think that a school district this size deserves 3 school resource officers, and that's a pretty decent ratio. If you look at our neighbors in Moses Lake, they have 2 school resource officers, and I've heard that they're actually looking at a 3rd. The problem with, if we had a magic wand, we could make this happen tomorrow. I don't have the staff, and like I mentioned before, how long it takes to get an officer up and ready to go. Again, we wouldn't be giving you a brand new officer. It would be from our senior staff, and they would need to be replaced. So we could conceivably have a officer available for the 2018-2019 school year, and we could plan for something after 2019 and 2020.
Along with once-a-month standard emergency response drills at all schools, the school district also recently initiated tabletop exercises and video scenarios to assist administrators and office staff how to react to a variety of emergency situations. Well, in light of the school shooting at a high school in Maryland this morning, 2 Wenatchee High School seniors on today's Wake Up Wenatchee Valley were asked by host Dan Kuntz if they felt safe on campus.
Fortunately, we have yet to have an incident in our community. However, just seeing the frequency of these type of incidences across the nation, it's definitely something that has come to my mind, and personally speaking with other students, that comes to theirs as well.
Same question, Ashley. Day to day, you feel safe, right? You know?
Yeah, I'm pretty optimistic. I don't like thinking the worst, especially of the high school that I've been at for 4 years and I've enjoyed thoroughly. So it's very strange to think that it could change, but I do know that there's a lot of public opinion that the high school could be victimized.
Both Ashley Turner and Sebastian Passion will take part at Wednesday's evening's live town hall broadcast from the Wenatchee High School LGI room. It all begins at 7 o'clock right here on the NCW Life channel. A Grant County deputy charged with reckless endangerment after accidentally shooting his wife is now back on duty. On August 9th, 2017, Deputy Jose Rivera accidentally shot his 25-year-old wife, Sydney Rivera, while handling his firearm inside their home in the 1100 block of Lakeside Drive. In a press release on Monday, Grant County Sheriff Tom Jones said Deputy Rivera fully cooperated with investigators and was convicted of a misdemeanor, which does not prevent him from returning to duty. The Franklin County prosecutor initially filed felony charges against Deputy Rivera following the shooting, but those charges were later amended to a gross misdemeanor of reckless endangerment. Deputy Rivera pled guilty to that charge, and the court sentenced him to deliver 15 public presentations on firearm safety during his off-duty time. You're watching the NCW Life Evening News. Coming up next, your sports update with Eric Granstrom and our feature story tonight. That and much more still to come on the NCW Life Evening News. Stay with us.
Hello, Wenatchee Valley. Christian Shanlin here with Bay Equity Home Loans.
Make your dream of building your own home a reality today. Bay Equity Home Loans has teamed up with Real Homes to make building your new home a smooth process. Bay Equity Home Loans of Wenatchee offers new construction loans, FHA 3.5% down, and VA 100% construction loans.
Stop on by or give us a call today.
Lake Chelan mailboxes find solutions and the best price for all your shipping needs, including UPS, FedEx, and the U.S. Postal Service. We offer a variety of services including quality copies of all sizes, faxing, scanning, sending and receiving email, laminating, and notarizing. Enjoy browsing through our large selection of greeting cards. Lake Chelan mailboxes supports our military, fire victims, and our community. Come see us at the Plaza in Lake Chelan.
Lake Wenatchee YMCA camp programs focus on our 4 core values of caring, honesty, respect, and responsibility. Make this summer's memories last a lifetime. Pick your theme week today with a wide variety of safe and engaging activities. Lake Wenatchee YMCA camp is the ultimate summer fun in the sun camp for children, teens, and families. Reserve your child's week today.
And now it's a sports update on the NCW Life channel.
And a good Tuesday. Let's start things off on the Les Schwab scoreboard here this evening as the Washington Huskies run and the National Invitation Tournament is over. Jordan Ford made a wide open three-pointer with 45.3 seconds left, and St. Mary's won its program record 30th game of the season, knocking off Washington 85-81 to reach the NIT quarterfinals. Washington freshman Jalen Knoll answered with a deep three to pull within 82-79 at 33.5 seconds left, but St. Mary's worked the clock down to 12.8 seconds before Ford sealed it with a couple of free throws. Huskies finished the season 21-13 under first-year coach Mike Hopkins. Quite a turnaround from a 9-22 campaign just a season ago, Lorenzo Romar's final year. Well, the Wenatchee Wild are hoping for a big crowd tonight at the Town Toyota Center for Game 3 of its Interior Division semifinal series against the Vernon Vipers. Wenatchee trails the best-of-7 series 2-0 after being swept over the weekend at the Cal Tire Place in BC. The puck drops tonight at 7:05. Now, one thing for Wild fans to take heart: during the regular season, Wenatchee held a 2-1 advantage on home ice against the Vipers. They hope to turn the tables tonight after being outscored in the first 2 contests up north of the border 10-2. On the prep scoreboard, or make that schedule for today, we'll begin with the beautiful game on the pitch. First of all, in boys soccer, Chelan's on the road at Natchez Valley. Also, Manson hosting Liberty Bell today. We'll have those scores for you coming up tomorrow morning. Cascade has a game under the lights tonight against Sela. That starts at 6:30. 7 o'clock kickoff for Eastmont on the road at Moses Lake. Also, Wenatchee was hosting West Valley. We'll have the Panthers and Rams here live on the NCW Life channel. I'll be in the booth along with Matt Wiesen for all your play-by-play. Again, that's coming up tonight at 7 o'clock. There's a small slate of baseball action around the area today. Wenatchee hosting Davis for a single game at Recreation Park. Royal on the road at Cascade, and Waterville Mansfield playing host to Manson. That's getting underway earlier today. Softball Diamonds today. First, a note that the Cashmere Warden doubleheader that was scheduled for today has been moved to April 17th. And other action: Cascade hosts Ephrata. Wenatchee is at Davis, and Eastmont hosts Eisenhower. All those games with an earlier start time. The Manson at Waterville Mansfield game, first pitch was scheduled for 4:30. The Wenatchee and Eastmont golf team, the boys that is, on the road today. They had an early morning tee time. Panthers and Wildcats taking on the rest of the Big Nine at Apple Tree Golf Course in Yakima. Hopefully we'll get some results for you coming up tomorrow here on the NCW Life channel. In tennis, Moses Lake at Eastmont today, while Wenatchee on the road at West Valley. Cascade, meanwhile, playing host, or actually on the road at Entiat. Well, the Mariners have had some issues this spring allowing big innings. Such was the case again yesterday in Mesa, Arizona, where the Angels brought 12 men to the plate in a 7-run 5th inning. That dropped the Mariners 8-4 the final. Mike Ford went 2 for 3 with a home run for Seattle. Mike Margima also with another good day at the plate. He was 3 for 4 with an RBI for Seattle. He's batting like .344. The Spring Mariners have the day off today. Stretch your legs a little bit before hosting Milwaukee tomorrow in Peoria. Believe it or not, we are just 9 days away from opening day at Safeco Field, where Seattle will host the Cleveland Indians. Spring is here, so let's play some baseball. Why not? That's Check of Sports News. I'm Eric Grantstrom on the NCW Life Channel. Don't forget, join us tonight for soccer, 7 o'clock. It's Wenatchee hosting West Valley right here. That's Sports News. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. In our feature story tonight, former Washington State Secretary of State Ralph Monroe searches for the best burger in Washington State, which are some of his favorite places. And by the way, he does have his favorites.
762, your order is ready. 762. Order
849. The question always comes up, where can you get the finest burger in Washington State? Who makes the best hamburgers? Well, I've tried them all. I've been to the Pickwick in Fife, the Iceberg in Walla Walla, the Lakeview at Lake Chelan, even to Fat Smitty's at Discovery Bay and Big Tom's here in Olympia. They're all good. So what's your favorite burger joint in Washington State? Well, I'll tell you this, they're all, every single one of them, my favorite places, my favorite burgers. Send us your nomination.
Support for My Favorite Places is provided by the Washington Hospitality Association and by Weatherly Inn, senior living where it's home and your family.
Looks good. We'll be back in just a moment with a recap of some of our top stories and your complete local weather forecast right after this.
Hi, I'm Blair from Works, your workout prescription. Have you ever started an exercise program and struggled to keep it going? So what if I told you that with this MyZone device, I could increase your chances of self-motivated exercise adherence by over 200%. Combine that with an exercise prescription specifically for your level of readiness, we'll increase it even more. And that's our new member success system. It's $99. It's exclusively at Works. It includes your MyZone belt. Works. YourWorkoutRx.com.
The Arbiter of Stoke is a series that highlights a variety of outdoor adventure sports that are available in the Pacific Northwest. I dedicate my time to enjoying this natural playground. The decision is yours. How will you keep your stoke?
I gotta tell you, I'm nervous. Selling your home, it's a big step. Can we find the right buyer in this market? Look at our website. When someone looks at your home, I can tell how ready they are to buy. See that number? The closer it is to 100, the closer they are to buying. So, I know who to zero in on. So you have a secret weapon. You mean, we have a secret weapon. I like that. Oh, what do you think of the wallpaper? I love that touch.
And now a recap of our top story tonight. In light of the school shooting at a high school in Maryland this morning, 2 Wenatchee High School seniors on today's Wake Up Wenatchee Valley were asked by host Dan Kuntz if they felt safe on campus.
Fortunately, we have yet to have an incident in our community. However, just seeing the frequency of these type of incidences across the nation, it's definitely something that has come to my mind, and personally speaking with other students, that comes to theirs as well.
Same question, Ashley. Day to day, you feel safe, right? You know?
Yeah, I'm pretty optimistic. I don't like thinking the worst, especially of the high school that I've been at for 4 years and I've enjoyed thoroughly. So it's very strange to think that it could change, but I do know that there's a lot of public opinion that the high school could be victimized.
Both Ashley Turner and Sebastian Passion will take part in Wednesday evening's live town hall broadcast from the Wenatchee High School LGI room beginning at 7 o'clock right here on the NCW Life channel. Time now for a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast, and what a beautiful couple of days we've had to start this week. Our official week into spring, as today is our first day of official day of spring. As we take a look at our weather window, outside our weather window, what a day today. The beautiful town of Eniat down at the bottom of your screen, taking a look at from the Waterville Sky-Fi Tower cam, and just a few clouds out there now as along the area of low pressure. We'll talk about in a second, that it will bring a storm system our way. Today is the first official day of spring, and it also featured the warmest and driest weather that we will see for the entire week. Tell you what, it's all coming to an end though, as a vigorous cold front is expected to bring widespread precipitation as early as Wednesday afternoon. Afternoon high temperatures in the Wenatchee Valley will be at or even slightly above 55 to 60 maybe. Currently, the inland northwest is sitting between two distinct weather systems. One is an area of low pressure moving down from the Gulf of Alaska, and the other is an associated weather cold front moving in behind it. Our heaviest rainfall here in north central Washington will be in the overnight, Wednesday into Thursday morning, where we could see anywhere between 1/2 and 3/4 of an inch of rain. I mentioned at the top of the show, the National Weather Service has issued a flood watch for our area for Wednesday night through Thursday night. Our chance for precipitation is 80% Wednesday night and 60% on Thursday. A cool, unstable, showery air mass will promote a few scattered showers on Friday, Saturday, and even into Sunday morning, with high temperatures by this weekend dropping down into the lower 50s. Let's take a look at your forecast, and tonight we will see a mild overnight low of 36 degrees, 55 your high tomorrow, but it's going to be a rainy one, especially late in the afternoon into early evening. 54 the high on Thursday as this system pushes through north central Washington. Maybe a lingering shower or two on Friday morning, and one of our coolest days that we've seen in a while at 49. Back up to 51 on Saturday with mostly cloudy skies. Maybe a few morning showers on Sunday at 52, and by the time we get into the first part of next week, we'll see partly cloudy skies, a little cool for this time of year, 53 your high and 33 our overnight low. And if you'd like to see a video on the NCW Life Evening News, all you have to do is message us on our Facebook page at the NCW Life channel. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around north central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. Also, keep it right here on the NCW Life channel tomorrow morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with host Dan Kuntz and News with Steve Hare. Thanks for joining us, and have a great night.
This is TV. This is TV Set Free. TV everywhere from LocalTel sets you free to watch what you want, where you want. Catch your favorite networks, including live TV, ready to watch on any web-connected device for no extra charge. That's TV set free. Enjoy the extra value LocalTel delivers with TV everywhere. Visit localtel.net and sign up today.
Hey there, Wenatchee. I'm Sean Lee, and I'm inviting you to check out the NCW Movie Guide to keep up on what movies are playing in our town.
Get the fastest internet available in North Central Washington by switching to LocalTel and get speeds up to 1,000 meg. Call 888-8888 today or go online to localtel.net.